All right, guys. So in this training, we're going to cover how to scale your ads. Now, there's two ways to scale. There's what you call vertically scaling and horizontally scaling. Okay, and I'll explain both of them. But as I'm looking at her numbers, this ad has been running for 3 months, and she spent a total of 3,200 basically, and she's got a 4x ROAS. She's made a total of $13,000 in cash collected and $20,000 in contractor revenue. So she is at a 6x on recurring on total contract and 4.4x on cash, which is spectacular. Perfect as it's going to get, pretty much. Okay, so when I see an ad like this and we're within KPIs, is performing good, $5 cost per lead, $7 cost per lead in August. Right here in August, I would have done a horizontally scaling, which I'll explain in a bit. Our cost per book call is $77, which is within KPIs and that's a target we want to be at. And even her cost per taken call, meaning her show up rate, is at 60%, $128 per person that actually shows up. And her closing rate is exceptionally high at 44% for cold traffic. So I would actually horizontally scale this. So let's explain what vertically scaling is. So first of all, there's two ways that you can scale. I'm going to show you vertically scaling first. Okay, so let's say I want to turn up this ad. Like I feel like it's doing well. You can increase it by 10% every 3 days. So 10% of 300 would be $30. $30 every 3 days. So I would put 330 and click on publish. That's what we call vertically scaling. The problem with vertically scaling is that it then takes it out of the algorithm, which can cause your rising costs in cost per book call and other problems that you may face. So I kind of like horizontally scaling instead. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the ad set level. Are you paying attention?
Yes.
We're going to click on edit. And we can actually scale a lot faster because we can put the same ad spend on it. So let me go back because I don't want to mess my shit up. Let's do it with a DM ad. Let's see this one. Yeah, I don't like this. No. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so we're gonna choose the ad that's performing well. And for example, this one we'd only be able to increase it $10, which isn't that much. And if it's performing like this is, I want it to perform a lot faster and also not like it target the wrong people, which every time let's say you add $100 to this, it's going to mess up the ad. It's hard to explain, but if the ad is targeting people in this segment of, there's probably like 5 million people in this audience, it will start targeting people over here and it might be shitty lead quality. So we want to keep targeting that same segment that's making us money. We don't want to, if we throw $100 in it, it might start targeting people in other segments of that specific audience. Because if there's 3 million people in there, there might be 100,000 in this segment, another 100,000 here, another 500,000 here. And this 100,000 people might be making, $5K a month. This 100,000 might be homeless. And we don't want to target that segment of our audience. We want it to keep going there. So what happens is if you change this to $200, or sometimes when you vertically scale, meaning you just add 10% every 3 days, it starts targeting different segments of that audience. So if we just keep it at the same budget but duplicate it instead, it usually performs a lot better. Vertically scaling works, but it's slower, and again, it could just totally fuck you up. So instead, we're just going to click these 3 dots right here, and we're going to click on quick duplicate. And this is already at $100 a day, and we already know it's performing well. So this next one will also be at $100 per day, and it will target that same segment, or it should. Now, you still want to keep eyes on it, but this is how you horizontally scale. So now I could spend $100 per day here, $100 per day here. So ultimately, I'm spending $200 a day on the same exact ad, and that's what you call horizontally scaling. So the first way is vertically scaling by adding $10, $20 per, every 3 days to that ad. And the second way is horizontally scaling by just quickly duplicating the ad set level. You want to make sure you're not duplicating the ad, because then what happens is it split tests the advertising budget. Instead, you want to duplicate the whole ad set, which is this middle portion right here. And you don't have to change anything. All you literally have to do is just click on publish from here. I'm not going to do it because this ad sucks, but for her specifically, she should be duplicating this because it's performing and giving her a 6x return on investment.
That's our best one. Transform. I want to take that off.
Okay, so she says she wants to turn this off. Let's look deeper into what's going on here, just to give you guys some more context. So it's been running since July. She's got 3x ROI on it in July. She's got $1,800 spent and a total of one closed deal, and it's how much? Only $750?
No, 1,500.
Oh, 1,500. Okay. So 1,500. Yeah. So you're barely breaking. You've lost money on this ad, and that's okay. So let's look and see what's going on here. So cost per book call is, yeah. So this should have been turned off a while ago, because her cost per book call is outside of KPIs right here, right? So this should have been turned off kind of long ago. Why did your cost per lead go from $21 to $11? That doesn't. You sure that's accurate?
Yeah.
Did you
put a one over there. Put it where?
Here?
No, right. Put a one. Put it below by mistake.
Okay.
Why is it the same though?
Did you take the call?
No, she just canceled.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Your cost for taking call is nothing, basically, because, yeah. So this, I would have turned this off. All right, so what I'm seeing here is like she's got a lot of leads, but not a lot of book calls. So the first thing I would do is look into what's going on with the messaging. Like, why were you booking calls in August and July, and now suddenly your cost per lead drops? You're paying lower than July, which is weird. It usually goes higher, and your book calls is less. So your lead to book call ratio is 2.50% as a comparison to 10%. So this tells me, like, what that means is out of 40 leads, what's the percentage of people that booked a call, which is only 2.50%, which is below average standards. So something's going on with the messaging here. I would turn it off, look into the messaging and see what's up. Like, see if you're saying something wrong in the messaging. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because why were they booking here? Why'd you have 10% and 6%? And now it's all the way down to 2%. Can you answer that or no?
They're not committing. Like, I have seen the messaging and it's good. They respond. They say, yeah, I want to book the call. And then either one, they stop responding, or two, they don't show up. I mean,
so what you should look into is your messaging of how you position the call. Did you say something different from here to here, or, something? But this ultimately, this should be turn off and look at messaging. What else do you have? This?
Yeah. Those are doing good. So should I horizontally duplicate?
So you got cost per book calls super low. So right now, you've already got closed deals too. 4,000 cash collected. So you're at a 9x, a 3.8x on cash.
Those are the two long ones. It's a set.
Is this month or last month? What's this one for?
That's last month,
August?
and that's this month.
Okay. And you've closed 2 already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're all within KPIs. Yeah, this should be scaled because, look, you got is it two $2,000 deals? Okay. 2 $2,000 deals. So you're at a 5x on cash.
1,000 and 3,000.
Still, it doesn't matter. Um, yeah, your cost per acquisition is $384, which means you're spending $384 to get a new client. So my question to you is, would you spend $400 to get a new client every day?
Yeah.
So this should be horizontally scaled. I would horizontally scale this.
Can you do that when it's a set and the other one is not doing that well? Remember?
Yeah, you just don't. So when you duplicate it, you go like this. You delete the one that's not performing well,
Okay.
because there will be two ads there instead.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Which is the other one that says retargeting
Okay. Well, yeah, you should duplicate this, and yes, duplicate
horizontal.
on September 16th. Eric. Boom. So this is how you scale, guys. We're looking at where the winners are. As you can see, she's losing some money. Well, she's like breaking even, and that's okay. But she's got these two winners here, which are making up for that marginal loss. And this one, she might be, and this isn't always a loss, right? Like some of these people from here could turn into customers next month. So it's not necessarily a loss. She's still got leads that she can eventually convert into customers if she's responsible. But okay, cool. So let's look at this one, the retargeting ad campaign. So, all right, cost per lead is good. Cost per book call is good, right? What we're looking at in this stage is, are the calls qualified? Are they qualified?
They're good leads, most of them, but I haven't
But what?
closed.
That doesn't mean turn it off. That means look at your sales skills. You did close one.
Yeah, no, it didn't say to turn it off. It's just not performing as well as the other one.
Okay, yeah. So I would keep. So this one's still in the learning stage, right? So, and you're basically breaking even on it. But let's say the next call that you take, right? You got 13 book calls, and you're getting them at the next $51 you spend. You could close that next one, and it could be a 3-4K deal and completely turn this campaign around, right? Which if we turn it off, we won't really know. So as long as you're within KPI range, with your cost per lead, your cost per book call, your lead to book call ratio is good, which means your messaging is going well, right? Plus 5%. Your cost per taking call is good. The show break can improve here, right? 31% isn't great.
That's a lot of no shows.
Yeah, but still, it's all about what you're paying now at the end of the day to take the call. So you're below $200, which is really good. I would even pay up to $300 to get someone on the phone, right? So for here, you're paying someone just to click the link and book a call. For here, you're paying to actually speak to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're still within KPIs. And would you say, like, if you can literally just spend $200 right now in exchange for someone to hop on a call with you, would you do it? Yeah, so we want to keep this running, and we're not even at a loss here. We're actually in revenue, we're profiting. So we got to wait for it, but yeah, I would keep this one running, and I would also, so the 4 calls, these can turn into close calls, 3 months from now. That's the way you got to look at it too. Okay, so your closing percentage is what? Is what, like 23% or something? Where is that at? 20%? No. Closing rate 100. Okay, that's a little bit wrong, but we'll just say 5. It should be like 30%, I think. 20%. So, yeah, if there were qualified calls, maybe you had a bad day of closing here. It's something to look at. But this ad, it doesn't mean the ad sucks, right? It just means like maybe
I suck.
it could be that you sucked, this week or whatever, right? Because you're saying they were qualified financially, right?
So yeah, I didn't close 2, but 2 were in conversations to possibly close them this Friday. So it's not a complete loss.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's potential there, and even if you don't close them, maybe 6 months from now they become customers. This is where you got to look at advertising. Is there anything else?
That's
Or is that it? Those are the only ads you're running?
Yep.
Okay, so your immediate, next steps is, so this is combined with this, right? So you duplicate this and just don't delete this one, just delete
Keep it.
the new one that you duplicate. Does that make sense?
No.
Yes, it does. When you duplicate it, because there's two ads, you're going to see two of these
Oh,
things.
I get it.
So when you duplicate it, it's going to be this color. It's going to be unhighlighted. It's going to be highlighted green, like publish. And let's say this is the one you don't, this is the retargeting ad. You just click on delete, but keep the other one running.
Keep the original, just duplicate the one that is doing good. And keep the original.
Duplicate the whole ad set,
Uh-huh.
but you just delete one of the two ads itself.
Yeah.
But don't delete the old one by mistake.
Yes.
Right? The one that is this color, that means it's already running. You don't want to delete, because then you're going to delete the old one that's currently performing well. This one. Or, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that's how you guys scale horizontally and vertically. So remember, I personally feel like duplicating, meaning horizontally scaling by duplicating it, is the best route, because number one, you can spend a lot more money quicker, which, when you have an ad performing like this, you want to double down on it. But if you were to vertically scale and just add $50 a day through the budget, it could potentially throw off the algorithm and send it to the wrong crowd, essentially. So that's why we horizontally scale, duplicate it. And you could even duplicate it 2-3 times if you want, but still keep an eye on it, because they will, over time, as you can see with this ad, no matter what, your costs are going to go up. So as you can see here, when she first started running it in July, it was $5 per lead, then it's $7, and it's $9. Her cost per call is rising, and it's slowly rising. As long as we're within KPIs, we want to keep it running, because it means it's going to make us money. But if you want to keep an eye on it, because if all of a sudden her cost per book call goes up to like 200, then that's like when we want to turn it off, because we're starting to pay too much for these book calls. Cool? Peace.